Okay, Kelsey, have a seat.
Okay.
You're going to open up your flute case and you're going to pull out this bit. This is called the head joint.
The head joint?
Yeah.
This
Oh. Yeah. So some cases are weird. You opened
Okay.
up upside down, so that's why everything kind of fell out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So there's the head joint.
Yeah.
And so this is called the mouth plate.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way that you form your mouth is called the embouchure. So how we're going to form the embouchure is you're kind of push right up against your lip, right? And it's going to be a little lower.
Like here?
Like
Yeah.
down here. It should be kind of like for me, it's the most comfortable to put mine in the space like below my lower lip, because like my finger kind of fits in my chin there. So that's kind of where it works for me.
Okay.
So you can kind of hear the noise.
Yes.
So you want to aim your air at my finger and just go. So, okay. When you have trouble,
Uh-huh.
you can always do something called the kiss and roll. So you kiss the little hole and then roll it away from your mouth.
Okay.
Now try going a little hoop. So what's making the noise is the air splitting this point of the lip plate.
Yeah.
That's what makes the sound. So you should be aiming your air and so another thing you want to think about is here, let me take your case out of your way.
Okay.
You want to sit up straight.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the air is going to come from your diaphragm.
Okay.
So when you hold the flute up to your mouth, you're just going to go, and it's kind of like a. So you want to make sure your lips are staying, they're not so much of a like a.
Yeah.
Right? The corners of your mouth is very relaxed on a flute embouchure.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's better. You got it.
Yay.
It takes a little bit of wiggling around to find the sweet spot
I had
for
to move
each
my lips a bit.
person. So next we're gonna do some echo patterns, okay?
Okay.
So the way when we are articulating on the flute, they're little like, right? So it's with your tongue against the back of your teeth, and you're kind of going like you're spitting like maybe like rice or like watermelon seeds out of your mouth. So if you hold that right there and you go.
So I'll have to find it again.
Yeah, find it. It's okay. Maybe move this down a little bit. Sit up, sit up. So you're doing the right idea with your top lip coming out a little farther. So just, you want to think about the direction that your air is going in, and you want to spit a watermelon seed right at my finger. There you go. So now that you've got that, we're going to go.
Lost it.
Yeah. You're finding it again, though. That's what's important. It takes a little more air than you think you do right at the beginning to get to figure out how it works, okay? You want to think about this muscle down here, just below your ribs, and that's where I'm really moving my stomach, okay? So make sure you're breathing low, too. What I'm seeing you do is you're kind of moving your shoulders. You're going, but you want to roll your shoulders back and have really good. That was a lot better. Okay, so grab your flute.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you how to put it together.
Okay.
Okay. So this is called the body of the flute.
Mm-hmm.
One end has fancy engraving on it.
Yep.
And it's the part away from all the rest of the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And so that goes on the head joint.
Like so?
Like so. So you want to push it in almost all the way. Like there.
Okay.
And then these buttons,
Mm-hmm.
you want to make sure the hole is lined up with the buttons.
Okay.
And that it's a nice straight line from the hole. So I kind of give it a look like this. Hey, Dr. Claus, Kelsey used to be blind. She's like not actually blind anymore, but like she still can't see very well. So like if
Visually impaired.
Yes. But if I'm trying to explain this without saying, look, it's because she can't. So the tailpiece is that last little nugget.
Okay.
And so you'll see that it's got like one little circle over here.
Yeah.
And then like a bunch of buttons on this side.
Oh, yeah.
So this little rod that it's all connected to is going to line up with the center of the buttons. Can you see that? So this rod here.
Yeah, so here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to turn your flute around. Turn your flute around. Okay. So, if you roll it like this so the mouthpiece is pointing downwards, turn it over in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
There's two buttons here.
Okay.
Your left thumb
Mm-hmm.
is going to be on the more rectangular of those two buttons. So one of them is kind of like, so this one.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
Flipping it back over, your first finger goes here,
Mm-hmm.
and your second and third finger go here. And you're gonna bring your hand like this a little bit,
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah.
So then that is one hand of how you keep the flute steady. Your other thumb gets kind of braced on the bottom like this. Yeah. There's two buttons here
Mm-hmm.
on the tailpiece.
Mm-hmm.
So your pinky, it's gonna be this side of your hand.
Oh, okay.
And your pinky's gonna go on this button.
Got it.
And then 1, 2, 3 all in a row on these buttons with your right hand.
Oh,
So your ring finger goes on this button. Your middle finger goes on this button.
Yeah. And pointer here.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only on your left hand where you skip that button in the middle.
Okay.
So the way that you hold the flute is there's a couple points of contact, okay? So
Mhm.
you're holding the flute right now,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna hold it off to your side so the mouthpiece is up against your mouth,
Yeah.
right? So it's both of your thumbs
Mm-hmm.
against your mouth, and this other pinky, your right pinky.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna, so your thumb is way down on your tailpiece. Let's move that up closer to the rest of your hand so it's more natural.
Uh-huh.
So like you're holding a glass, kind of how you shaped your hand,
Yeah.
instead of like this.
Yeah. It feels
Okay.
comfortable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna teach you the first note. So you're gonna pick up all of your fingers except for your first finger
Mm-hmm.
on that first finger button. No. This one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. And you're gonna leave your pinky down, and you're gonna push your pinky down, and you're gonna push your thumb down. So those are the buttons that you're pressing.
Oh, I'm pushing my pinky over here?
Yeah,
Okay.
that pinky.
Got it.
And so when you hold it up to your mouth, that should be a beat. Roll it a little away from you. Are you pressing your thumb button underneath the flute with
Yes.
your left hand? Okay.
Yes.
Sit up. I'm moving this out of your way.
Okay.
So we're going to think about spitting watermelon seeds again. So I got puh. Keep your head up.
Uh-huh.
Going to kind of rotate your body. Don't lean your elbow on the
Oh,
back
sorry.
of the chair. That's like a really tempting thing. We were all doing that at first. So this needs to come a little bit more this way,
Mhm.
around your thumb. Okay, give it another shot. Find that sweet spot again. Sit up straight. You keep like trying to look down at what you're doing, and that's not really. It's kind of the feeling of it. So try. Just be aware of where my finger is. There you go. Yeah, you're honking now.
That is not a B.
Yeah, you're about a half step flat than I am. So how you adjust that is you push the head joint in.